this filming malarkey a go. I hope I'm speaking at the right volume, but you can always put the volume up. So I thought I'd start off with some shoulder stuff. This is just going to be quick 15 to 20 minutes of just general shoulder exercises that I do with a variety of equipment that is or is not optional that I have just at the front. I've got my watch to the side just to check that I'm doing things for the right time. Before this, make sure you've done a sort of 5 to 10 minute cardio warm up, get everything mobilised, ready, make sure you've had something to drink and to eat, and let's get started. So the first exercise I like doing is a bit of a weird one, but it warms up the rotator cuffs. So you need to take your right hand, put it out in front of you as if you're serving a tray of champagne. Now, I'll talk you through the more complicated option and the simpler option. So the first one, you want to think of serving the tray to a person to your right. Slam the tray down, wipe it all the way behind you, take it to the front, put it on your face, behind, up and over. Serve the tray, slam it down, wipe it behind you, bring it across your face, up and over. And then I just repeat that a few times. It's a bit weird, but it is a good warm-up. The less difficult option is one by my wonderful hoop teacher, Kat Sirk, which is basically look in the mirror, brush your hair. So look in the mirror, brush your hair. Look in the mirror, brush your hair. Look in the mirror, brush your hair. 5 times. And then the other side. So the more difficult version, like so. Oh, I think it's actually, you wipe it in front of you and go over. You don't put it behind. Like that. Or this simpler, look in the mirror, brush your hair. Look in the mirror, brush your hair. So, give that a go. If it's your first time doing it, just focus on doing that. I'm going to add in a little weight. So, here is something I prepared earlier. So I don't actually have real weights in the house, so I'm using a water bottle. This is going to be about 1 kilo weight. So all I'm doing is holding it in my hand and continuing with the exercise to make it a bit more challenging. So, for the full thing, I'm going to set my feet a bit more shoulders apart. My other hand on my hip. I want to keep a nice tucked position, so no going around with the bottle as I do the exercise. Nice. Think of having a dish shape, so tuck your pelvis in, tighten your abs to make sure you're staying still and nothing's moving apart from your hand. So, look in the mirror, brush your hair. Look in the mirror, brush your hair. Six, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. Eight, 9, and 10. Right, so the next exercise is we're going to do a raise forward, to the side, and down. For this one I would recommend using a weight. So you could use your 1 kilo one, but because this is slightly leaking, I'm going to switch to a 2 kilo one. This is an old bottle of knockoff Jaeger bomb, well Jaeger tea. So I filled it up with water. It's glass, so it's a bit heavier. So for my level it's suitable, but if this is too much, stick with a 500 or 1000 ml water bottle, fill that with water and make it suitable. So we'll do this 10 times, going out to the front, to the side and down. Again, hand on the hip, arms coming to parallel with the floor, no deviation of the torso. And we're hitting for 10, so this is my 5th one. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. One of the benefits of doing this with a bit of a weird shaped water bottle, so therefore not a weight, is that it just trains your grip strength a bit differently, so it's a bit more of a challenge. So in this I've got to actively think about pressing all my fingers into the bottle. It's probably going to be useful for any pole handstands you do, or generic handstand training, or arm balances. Just adds a bit more of a technical element that is transferable. So I think that's 7, this is probably my 8, 9, and 10. So then let's do that once more. So we'll do the rotator cuff exercise and then the out to the front, side and down. So let's go. Oh, this is noticeably difficult. These exercises are, I sort of consider them like prehab. It's just general shoulder strengthening. I feel that in pole we put our shoulders through quite a lot of strain and we kind of do have to take care of them. It's very common if you only stick to one sport that you're training your shoulders in like one specific way and you miss out other muscles. Don't ask me which ones, but I feel that by cross-training, doing these kinds of exercises, you're just helping the shoulder develop a bit more equally. And these exercises aren't, well, they might be complicated. Right, that's 10. They're things you can do at home, and that's what I like about them. I don't need to go to like a climbing gym or a CrossFit gym. If I've got 15 minutes before I'm due to go out and I need a shower anyway, I'll just crack in something like this and just do like a bit of conditioning and add it into my day. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Anyone who does them with a 2 litre bottle, no, it's 1 litre bottle in glass filled up, you'll understand the struggle. It is difficult. Right, 2, 3, I'm going to count this time, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to go out, side, down. Out, side, down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I probably won't be using my smaller bottle, so I'm going to have a sip of water. Hydration Nation. So, something else we can do without equipment, all you need is a wall. If you want, have one with a radiator so your back stays nice and warm. Because of the camera, I'm just going to kneel down to the floor. So what we're doing is wall angels. It's a bit more complicated than you think. It's all about just moving very slowly. So what we can do is cactus your arms and keeping them the same distance away from the wall, you're going to move them very slowly up to the top and back down. So keeping them really the same distance away from the wall, up and back down. Because I do this quite often, I have a better understanding of how far away my arms are. But the best thing to do is if you do this with a pole behind you or a wall that's actually behind you, not with a radiator in between, you can just feel the pressure with your arms against the wall and back down. I think that's 5. Let's do 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we're going to do another set of them. Whilst you are doing these, make sure you are tucking your pelvis in, again a lovely dish shape using your transversus abdominis. We don't want to be sort of lordotic and out. I'll come to the side. We don't want to be doing them like this. We want nice tuck and tuck shape, arms out to the side, up and down. So in general, keeping a dish shape is quite good. No, I mean this is gorgeous, like it's gorgeous, but we want to keep a nice tuck shape. So let us do these once more. So tuck the pelvis in, arms behind you, cactus, and raise them up and down. In terms of breathing, if you're someone who works with the breath, I would tend to breathe out on the way down, breathe in on the way up, like that. Okay, I think that's 8. I never count, I always lose count. And last one. Right, whilst we are on the floor, we'll do another shoulder exercise. I'm going to show you side on, because I don't know how to work the camera terribly. So if I show you side on what we're doing, so you're going to have to imagine there's a wall behind me. What I'm doing is raising my arms up, keeping a nice dish position. I'm interlacing my fingers like so, like a butterfly. And what I'm doing is actively pulling my shoulders behind my head and forwards. Behind and forwards. The reason we tend to do this with a wall is that it's something to aim for. So if I was to go here and go, so you'll be doing this the other way, but the reason we have a wall, I usually start off quite close to the wall with your butt to the wall, arms up. As you're bringing them back, so here I'm touching it, it's not too difficult. That's about maybe a foot. So what I'll do is go forwards a bit more, readjust, tuck the pelvis, arms overhead, and bring them back. That is challenging. So what I want you to do is set up to a position, do the exercise, which again looks like this. And if you're like, mate, no problem, just bring yourself a bit more forward. You want to aim for 20 and then to get progressively harder so that you're working at maybe like 70% effort throughout. So it's difficult but not impossible. The more you kind of do these, as with any new exercise, the more aware of where your ability lies. So we will do our 20. So set up. You might see me adjust halfway through. Lovely pelvic tuck, arms up, interlace the fingers and go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to readjust, go forwards a bit because it's not as challenging. If you are finding those too hard, you went too far forwards, just bring it back a little bit. Again, set up, pelvic tuck, little dish, arms up and behind. Oh Jesus, that is hard. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That was hard. Why do I like doing these? Again, you're working your shoulder through range with control, which is good. Also, it's quite useful for things like bow and arrow, Pegasus, anything involving a sort of like overhand grip. You're trying to reach over and to the pole, so maybe fallen star. Those are probably like direct applications of the exercise. Now we shall check how much time we have left, because I always forget. Right, it's about 4 minutes left. That's gone fucking quickly. Let's just do a bit more mobility through range. So I have a lovely belt. What I'm going to do is bring my hands a bit wider than shoulder width, or a bit further, as far as you want, and I'm going to bring the belt over my head and behind. Up and down. So in this, no bending of the elbows wants to happen. You don't want it to be like this, because that is not challenging enough. Basically, choose a broomstick or a belt and bring your arms wide enough that you feel that this is comfortable for you. Once you have done 5, you're going to inch your hands in just a little bit and make it more challenging, and do 5 more. And that's 1, 2, 2.5. No, that was 2 1/4. 3, 4, and 5. Then I'm going to squeeze it in even more to make it very hard. You have to be struggling for these. Again, breathe in as you go up, and out as you go down. I think that's 4. And now 5. Good. And then I think one last exercise before we do some press-ups. For this you need a resistance band. I've got one of these from Live Love Bend, but there's normal plasticky ones that you can get quite cheap are good as well. So what I'm doing with this, I am taking the band over my hands, I'm looping them up and over. It's a bit difficult to do this live, and then I'm pulling them apart, so my shoulders I'm readjusting until my wrists are kind of shoulder width apart. Here I'm going to pull out, and what I'm going to do, keeping my elbows in the same position, raise them all the way up and down. Up and down. Just going to readjust this very slightly. It's a bit more difficult in these ones, I have to admit. I'm going to go up and down. Up and down. That's 3, I think. 4, 5. Let's go for 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right, how long do we have left? We have 30 seconds. We'll skip the press-ups. So that was just a quick general few shoulder exercises. At the end of this, make sure you do some stretching, eat something and hydrate, and see you for the next 15-minute exercise. Whatchamacallit.